More like a sort of pilgrimage, hasn't it, really, than a sort of diplomatic visit by a US president. We saw him, of course, go to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the holiest sites for Christians, where many believe that Jesus was crucified. He then went off, of course, to the Western Wall, the holiest site in Judaism. Now, interesting that he didn't go there with any Israeli officials. We understand that Benjamin Netanyahu wanted to make that journey with him up to the wall, but of course the old city behind me is in East Jerusalem. It is contested. The legal and diplomatic status of Jerusalem, of course, is unresolved. It's a final status issue, and something that Donald Trump, if he doesn't know a lot about now, is going to have to get to grips with it big time if he is, of course, to make that grand bargain, what, as you say, he has described as the ultimate deal. He is, of course, going to have a meeting later on with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and then tomorrow he is in Bethlehem meeting the Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas. Now, I've spoken to lots of people over the last few weeks involved in previous negotiations. I've spoken to Israeli politicians, past and present. I've spoken to Palestinian leaders and activists, and nobody thinks that he is going to be able to solve this conflict. The best that people think he's going to be able to come up with is some kind of interim agreement, more management of the status quo. But of course the big question, is that going to be acceptable? And I think the fundamental reason on that is the core issues, the reasons that this hasn't been resolved in the past. Those core issues, there are still profound differences on the city of Jerusalem, what to do about it. So remember, the Palestinians, they want East Jerusalem as their capital of a future state. The issue of refugees, still massive divisions on that. Security and on borders. So a huge amount really to do if he is able to mediate. That said, he is extremely serious about this, we understand, from his administration. But I think the other big question, of course, is his presidency is already embroiled in scandal. Is he going to have the focus? Is he going to be able to give this the attention it needs to really get anywhere with it?